Hey, chemistry, welcome to my dining room and my review of naming. So, remember, naming is pretty easy, but it's a really important task before we move on April 20th to new material. Um, I'm just going to review the old stuff. So, you did some Khan Academy videos, and some of you did some poorly executed Kahoot. Eric was the winner at what did he have? So Eric had 81%, right? Which is not stellar, but that was the top for the class. So I'm going to review a little bit of ionic compounds in my own homemade Connish video. So ionic compounds, remember when we name them, remember ionic compounds are metals and non-metals. So if there's a metal and a non-metal, it's an ionic compound. The only exceptions to ionic compounds is when you have the cation NH4, which is ammonium. So if it starts with ammonium, it's probably going to be an ionic compound as well. So anyway, let me get rid of those. And we'll start. Okay. So cations. So monatomic cations keep their names. So for instance, still sodium, still potassium, still aluminum. So they just, whatever the names of the periodic table is the same name. Transitional metals with multiple charges get a charge number. So if Fe is with O, so iron's with O, the way you remember you do this is because iron oxide, our oxygen has a 2 negative charge. That means that iron would have to have a 2 positive charge. That's why it's iron 2. So for this, oxygen still has a 2 negative charge. So now I have 6 negative charges, right? So this would have to have a 3 positive charge to equal out charges. That's why it's iron 3. If I have something like, oops, let me erase that. If you have something like CON, then remember N is 3 negative, so this would have to be 3 positive to cancel it out. So this would be cobalt 3, right? So cobalt 3 nitride. So that's our kind of quick for doing that. Anions. Remember, all anions get the suffix IDE, right? So all your ionic compounds should end in "ide," right? So remember, O2 becomes oxide, N becomes nitride. So if I had something like that, right? So Li, because it keeps its name. So lithium, and then S is sulfur, so lithium sulfide. Okay, so pretty simple. Polyatomic ions, remember that list from the back of the periodic table? Well, they haven't gone away, you still have to know them. So they keep their names, just remember eights and ites, right? That's the important, right? Only real when you have a multiple like this, all these have a 1 negative charge, right? So the middle ones, so this is your 8, this is your perchlorate. So this gets a suffix per, or a prefix per, I'm sorry. So it gets that prefix per, and this is the prefix hypo. right? So that's pretty much the only exception. Everything else is just has either an 8 or an 9. If it only has 1, it's an 8. For example, CO3 only comes in CO3, so it's going to be 8 because it's the most it has. So molecules made of all nonmetals. So remember that. Molecular compounds can't have any metals in them. So you must use numerical prefixes, your Latin prefixes, right? So monos, dis, tris, right? Remember, we still end with "ide," right? And we do not use mono. So we do not use mono in the first compound, right? So the difference between these two, this is dinitrogen tetroxide, right? Because I have 2 N's, so it's di. And then nitrogen monoxide. I don't say mononitrogen monoxide because that would just be stupid. All right. So, so remember, so some of you guys will do something like this. And then you will do something like, oh, that's a bad example. Let me erase it. Then you'll have something like, something like this. And for this one, you'll write dicarbon. So you'll use dicarbon hexahydride, and then you'll see this right under it, and you'll go, oh, okay, so that is tripotassium mononitride, right? So the problem with that is this is wrong, because you cannot use the numerical prefixes because this is an ionic compound. So remember, if it has ions, it gets no prefixes. So just remember that, okay? Hydrates, we did hydrates as well, right? So a hydrate has water attached, right? So this is your water attached. So a hydrate has water attached. So if it has water attached, it's a hydrate. And if it has a hydrate, you get the Latin prefix only with, right, only with the water molecules. So I get my Latin prefix here. So if I have CuSO4, right, and 5 waters attached, it's still copper 2 sulfate. It's copper 2 because copper is a transitional metal, right? So copper 2 sulfate, and the penta, the numerical prefix, is only applied to the water molecule, right? So pentahydrate. And hydrate is just water. Okay? Got it? All right, that was quick and easy. Good luck. I'll talk to you soon.